Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football. I hope all of you are doing well as we get into a blockbuster video number one. I almost got David Ornstein. Almost, but I was about to start recording and then something dropped. So we're going to talk about that very, very soon. But let me show you what has transpired during the day and then I'm going to get to that big point. Because something has come out of left field that none of us was expecting. None of us. This is the beautiful thing about the end of the window. Things can change at an instant. So, let's get into it. What we got earlier on this morning, starting off with David Ornstein, was this. So last week, RB Leipzig stepped up talks about a permanent deal for Nkunku. That could hold the key to whether Xavi-Simons' proposed Chelsea switch occurs. If Nkunku does not move to Leipzig, it could prove detrimental to Simons joining Chelsea. This goes into more about what we spoke about yesterday. That it seems like Nkunku holds the key for Xavi-Simons here. But it's not just Nkunku going to join any other club. Leipzig still want the player. But they want a swap or something like that. Well, like I said yesterday, I don't see what the issue is unless Chelsea are not willing to pay 60 million. But if they were to get Nkunku and even buy him for 40 mil, 35 mil, whatever we're going to be taking, and then they get close to 60 for Xavi-Simons, they're winning here. So I don't get... In fact, it would be better, right, for us to swap Nkunku and Xavi-Simons straight up, no cash. Realistically, in terms of value. But Chelsea also want to, on the books, show profits here. So getting in, let's say, 35 or 40 mil and then paying off 60 might not be something Chelsea are in favour of. Unless they can get the fee down for Xavi-Simons. Which, and we spoke about this in all-you-can-eat Chelsea, maybe Tyreek George heading out on a permanent deal helps to balance things out for us a little bit. Which means that we can accept something a little less for Nkunku and we can accept paying close to 60 for Xavi-Simons. But there's a new spanner in the works in relation to that, so hold that thought because we're going to talk about that in a sec. But let's dive our attention to Nicolas Jackson before we get to things, because Nicolas Jackson has also made the headlines today. Starting off with Fabrizio, here's the latest. Bayern made club-to-club contact with Chelsea on Monday for Nicolas Jackson to discuss formula. Could be a loan and an obligation. Newcastle keep calling and calling too. Jackson could be the big bomb in the next days of the market. On top of this, we had, now this is big, Nicolas Jackson's agent, Diomansi Kamara, said 30 goals in 2 seasons, without a single penalty, highs, lows, but a page is turning at the Blues. Always grateful for yesterday, but already looking forward toward tomorrow with optimism. Germany, Italy, England, the options are numerous. The decision is imminent. Thank you for all the support. We see your messages. Nicolas Jackson, transfer expected within 48 hours, inshallah. And there's a picture, obviously, him and his agent. But this came out from Foot Mercato in France. And then we had Kieran Gill of the Daily Mail say this. So FYI, Nicolas Jackson camp say the quotes purported to be from Diomansi Kamara are fake. You read that and think, okay, fake, okay. His own camp have said it's fake. But then we get this. So Kamara is very close with Jackson. I'm not sure if he's the actual agent though, but he did say what I posted on my main via IG, which is Max, CFCPYS. This is the screenshot from Diomansi Kamara's own Instagram, which has now been deleted, saying in French, the same exact translation that I read out before that. 30 goals, 2 seasons, no penalty, highs and lows, but the Blues are going to be turning a new page. Always grateful for yesterday, but always looking to tomorrow with optimism. Germany, Italy, England, options are in numbers. Imminent decision to be made. Thank you for all the support. We see your messages. Nicolas Jackson transfer. Wait for the next 48 hours, inshallah. That is a legit screenshot of the IG of Diomandi Kamara. So what's going on here? What is going on? That guy might be close to Nicolas Jackson. He put that on his IG. Just saying. But we'll see with Nicolas Jackson. Look, it's like I've said before. Personally, Jackson leaves. 100%. Even Nkunku, I think 100%. But it's all about whether everyone gets what they want from each deal. Chelsea included. Is this going to be what suffices for Chelsea to go and get, okay, Garnacho, Xavi Simons, boom, you can now both come in? I would like to think, yeah, surely. With Garnacho, there's not much of a problem. Clearly, as we see here. Fabrizio said a Saudi club called for Garnacho and said, why is he not going to Chelsea? Can we enter the deal? The answer was thanks, but no. It's not about the money, and I want to go to Chelsea. Optimistic to get it done still. He's waiting. Much like Simons as well. But now we've got a spanner in the works. Which is bizarre. No one saw this coming. I didn't see this coming. We're going to go into detail because this could mean one of two things. Not just one of one. Many people are looking at one of one. I think one of two. Here's David Ornstein minutes ago. Chelsea evaluating possibility of move for Fermin Lopez. No contact yet with Barcelona, but Chelsea speaking to the 22-year-old attacking midfielder's camp as options explored in case of exits and given Barcelona depth in Spain international's position. This is interesting. Things just got interesting. Fermin Lopez. Not in a million years did I think we'd be linked with Fermin Lopez. Fermin Lopez. Now, the wording to this is very interesting. Pay attention to the wording. Chelsea evaluating possibility of move for Fermin Lopez. No contact yet with Barca, but Chelsea speaking to his camp as options explored. Let's get this right. Fermin Lopez, I believe, is an alternative to Xavi Simons. Chelsea won't be getting Xavi Simons and Fermin Lopez. No chance. This could mean one of two things. Either, number one, Chelsea and Simons beginning to look difficult because Nkunku to Leipzig probably won't happen. Is that what's happening here? Are Leipzig not willing to pay the money? That could be a thing. Maybe they just want him on a loan. But irrespective, I think as long as we pay the money and Nkunku departs Chelsea Football Club, that shouldn't be an issue. But even then, how much are we getting for Nkunku? That's probably what's holding up Xavi Simons. This could be seen as a cheaper alternative. Option number two, are Chelsea trying to force Leipzig's hand? Because we go back to the old business adage, the old saying in business. You always need to show that you're willing to walk away. If you don't show that you're willing to walk away, you will be the B-side in a negotiation. Easy. You always need to show that you're willing to say no deal and walk away in order to get the other side to comply and compromise with what you want. And then you meet in the middle somewhere. Leipzig and a lot of these German clubs are showing like, no, we ain't got money. When deep down, when they're pushed, they do. We saw that with Dortmund and Chukwuemeka. That move is now permanent. We know Bayern Munich have cash. Let's not kid ourselves. Maybe Leipzig are the same. In fact, Leipzig are willing to let go. If I'm not mistaken, about 7 to 8 players, Timo Werner included, will be leaving. You're going to be making some money here. You ain't broke. You know? So is this Chelsea's way of showing everyone, now you know what, look, we've got an alternative here. You're either going to play by our book and play with our rules and compromise at the very least, or we're going to walk away and go and get Fermin Lopez. End of story. Because Fermin Lopez is an attacking midfielder. He's also 22 years old. He's a good attacking midfielder. Let's be honest. At Barcelona, playing well. He's not someone that you go, oh, no, he's rubbish. He's not rubbish. Fermin Lopez is not rubbish. But is he as good as Xavi-Simons? I don't think he's there yet. I think Xavi-Simons is better than him. This is why, like, yeah, we want Xavi-Simons. But this could be Chelsea's way of showing, look, we've got an alternative here. So let's be fair and logical and let's get this deal done for both of our interests. Or you're just going to have to not get any money, basically. Keep the player, not get any money, but we'll move along. Is that what Chelsea are doing? Is it one of two? Are Chelsea actually looking at an alternative to Xavi-Simons because that deal is getting difficult because of Nkunku and maybe Jackson? Or are we trying to force Leipzig's hand here? Let me know what you think down below. Personally, I can't give you an answer. I genuinely have no idea. But I'm shocked to see that, yeah, all of a sudden, David Ornstein is, we're linked with Fermin Lopez. And you also have to bear in mind, when it comes to David Ornstein, that tends to be more on the club side. When we're talking about Fabrizio, we know and everyone knows it's more on the agent side in terms of information. David Ornstein has come out of Chelsea Football Club. That's what I think anyway, surely, right? So let's wait and see. But, worst case scenario here, if Chelsea do go and get Fermin Lopez, I welcome that because he's a good player. But if you give me a choice right now, Lopez or Simons, no, I'm taking Simons. But let's wait and see what happens. Let me know your thoughts down below. This is going to be a very, very interesting next couple of days to see how Leipzig are going to respond to this. So let's see. And the Jackson and Nkunku scenario, I think that will be wrapped up really soon. But how much do we actually get for these players remains to be seen. We don't know. We don't know. Even Jackson, who knows, could be a loan plus an obligation, which means we don't get money right now. We get money later. Let's see. Things are looking tight. Things are looking tight. But let's wait and see how it all transpires. Let me know your thoughts down below. The latest on Cole Palmer. So here's Gary Cotterill at Sky. Cole Palmer currently not training with the group. However, he goes on to say Cole Palmer is inside doing his own work. Chelsea want to take it easy. And then we got, I don't think it's a big problem. That's my understanding. They just want to take their time with him. Apparently had this issue since the Club World Cup. Now, this was in relation to a groin issue that he seems to have had. Nothing too drastic or crazy, like we already know. But we've been waiting on a scan. Turns out, he's now had the scan. What's the result? Well, here's the latest. So, according to Simon Phillips, Cole Palmer underwent a scan on his groin today with positive results, better than first feared. Nothing serious showed up. Chelsea will be cautious and Fulham could come too soon, which means that he might be back for Brentford. And then ultimately, Man United at Old Trafford. So that's the most important thing. I think we'll be fine without Palmer against Fulham at the Bridge. Again, Estevao will be playing, or Stevo, or Stevao, or Stevo. I need to go back and find out how is his brother's name really pronounced, but we'll just call him Steve. But he should be back for the Brentford game. So let me know your thoughts on that one. All looks good, at least with Cole Palmer. Nothing to worry about, nothing too serious. And we're covered, so there's nothing to worry. So happy days. Let's wait and see what transpires there as well. To wrap up, a couple of things. The latest on Disasi from Kieran Gill, funnily enough. Disasi, Bournemouth interested in a loan, not finalised. Only one of the names on their shortlist. Talks ongoing. Sunderland this morning played down any talk of an approach or bid for the 27-year-old defender. We'll see. Just one of several Chelsea players whose next steps is uncertain. We know we still need to say goodbye to Disasi, Raheem Sterling, Ben Chilwell. There's more, I think. There's more. Ugochukwu's gone, Broya's gone. And now we've got players that are left. Anselmino's leaving on a loan. And Chukwuemeka's now been confirmed. Carney Chukwuemeka has completed a permanent move to Borussia Dortmund. We want to thank Carney for his efforts and wish him well for the future. Respect to Carney Chukwuemeka. All the best at Dortmund. And funnily enough, it's crazy how Dortmund had some spare cash, didn't they, in the end? Yeah. So Leipzig, you do the same thing. But we still got to offload players. It's going to be a very interesting, now it's the 26th. We've got, till the 1st. So 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 1. Less than a week. Starting to get tense. I can feel it. Even with all of you lot in the comment section. I can feel it. And I read the comments. Don't get me wrong. I read the comments and I see what you guys are saying. And there's a lot of pessimism and worry now starting to creep in. 6 days. 6 days. Loads can happen even on deadline day. And this is where I put out the theory that, you know what? Deadline day could be the day we see loads happen. I don't want it. I want it done before, personally. But it's like I said, from a marketing perspective, from a brand perspective, I mean, yeah, you get another Enzo Fernandez kind of dopamine hit. All of a sudden, everyone is flipping sunshine and rainbows. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if that's where Chelsea are heading. But it's risky business to do that, man. And we cannot be having any risks at the moment. So, personally, just get the deals done as soon as possible. That's my, for me, my way on it. My understanding would be that. So, let me know your thoughts down below, right? On everything, including Fermin Lopez. Do you like Fermin Lopez or do you not? I want to know. Let me know down below what you think. We'll go to video number 2 later on tonight. We'll see what else transpires and I'll see all of you then. So subscribe, notification bell on, and I'll catch all of you later tonight for more. And we'll see what else happens. I'll see you then. Have a good one, people. Look after yourself. See you tonight. Take care and peace.